Hi everybody, welcome to the showcase number 4 of my Doctor Who DVD collection. Now I wouldn't call these videos, I would call these lost episodes. I would, they're audio CDs they are, but I put them into a DVD cover to match the rest. Very nicely, my uncle didn't want his audios anymore, so he passed them on to me, which was very nice of him. I'm very upset that some of these are lost, and perhaps they would be found. I would really like the moon base to be found. I really want to see that one bad. But I've got quite a lot here, so I'm only going to show 3 in per episode, and they're going to be like maybe 1 to 2 episodes, probably in 1 week. I'll have to think of it, how I would do it, but let's get started. I think I can't showcase my Amazon ones because 3 of them are being delayed and only 1's got to me, which is kind of all monsters, so I don't really want to remove that on its own. I'm just going to wait for the other 3 to arrive. But the first lost episode is Galaxy 4. I still have not listened to this, but I've been talking to a couple of people and messaging about which lost episodes you like to see, and I've seen about 2 or 3 people who really want to see Galaxy 4 on video. But to know about more of the story, I'm going to read this. Arriving on an Adrid planet, the Doctor, Vicky and Stephen meet the occupants of 2 crashed spaceships. The beautiful Darwins and the hideous Reals. The former are a group of mindless clone soldiers terrorized by a warlike matriarch making them believe the Reals are evil beings. The Reals are almost ready to take off again while the Darwins cannot. But the Doctor discovers that they only have 2 dawns to leave the planet before it's destroyed. Sounds pretty strong. That's Galaxy 4. Okay, the next one will be, let's do this one. It will be The Smugglers. I've listened a little bit to this, maybe I would say a quarter of it, and it's definitely about pirates and mercenaries, about treasure, and the Doctor's getting tagged along in it. So it's going to be like a pirate-based thing. Yeah, it sounds pretty good. Part 1, didn't find very interesting, but let's read the back. But there are still a couple of clips surviving from The Smugglers. There are tiny little clips found I saw on YouTube, but I didn't really like this because it's just not my story, it isn't. But let's read this one, quite long, but let's read it. A 17th century Cornish town, villainous pirates roam the seas searching for treasure, while the townspeople have turned to smuggling, wheeling and dealing with contraband. Into the wild and remote place of the TARDIS materialise, and the Doctor and his companions find themselves caught in the dubious activities of the locals. When the Doctor is unwittingly given a clue to the whereabouts of the treasures, the pirates are determined to extract the information, whatever it costs. So, yeah, it sounds alright at the back, it's just not my story. That's The Smugglers. And the last one I think I should do, which a lot of people want to see on video, they really want to see it found, is The Web of Fear. There's so many videos of people saying they really want this Patrick Troughton story to be on DVD as a video as shown. I do too, it sounds really interesting, and very long text here, but we can read it. It may take a bit, but for 40 years the Yeti has been quiet, a simple museum exhibit. Then, without warning, it wakes and savagely murders. Meanwhile, patches of mist began to appear in central London. People who linger in the mist are found dead, their faces smoothed in cobwebs. So I like the Web of Fear name when it said cobwebs. links perfectly with the story. After being caught up in a web-like substance on its journey through space, the TARDIS arrives in a tunnel of the London Underground, only to find the web also in the tunnels as a great intelligence yeti. Also, like where it's based on, the underground London. I always wanted some sort of film or story to end up in the London Underground, so I'm really happy about that. The Doctor, Jamie and Victoria learn that his impending disaster was triggered nearly 40 years before, after the previous encounter with the intelligence. Professor Travis accidentally reactivated a Yeti. Thus, given the intelligence of ammunition is needed to plan another invasion attempt. The aim is simple. The intelligence was drained from the Doctor's mind. Army forces led by Colonel Lethbridge Stewart, he was a colonel and is not a brigadier, help the Doctor and his team race against the time to stop the deadly menace. Probably my favourite out of the bunch, probably. It sounds the strongest story. Just to conclude a part of my Doctor Who Lost episode showcase. Really hope my Amazon DVDs arrive on time now, because it's getting a bit ridiculous now. They're being delayed pretty bad now, and this is not good for me because I can't review them. And I was requested by 2 of them, and they're still not here, so really sorry that you have to wait. And you probably know who you are. You know you've asked me to review something. The only one that's come to me yet is Carnival of Monsters, and if it's worth it, I'll get the special edition of it. It's one of the box sets, I can't remember what it is. I think it's something 2 on it, I can't remember the word, but I'm going to see all the Lost episodes I have so far. Maybe I'll get the rest of my uncle if I do something really kind for him or so, and then I have most of the audio Lost episodes, which will be fantastic. But the ones I have so far are Marco Polo, Galaxy 4, The Crusade, The Daleks' Master Plan, The Savages, The Smugglers, The Power of the Daleks, The Moon Base, The Evil of the Daleks, The Abominable Snowman. Sorry, I suffer to read that word. Have you been practicing to say that word? I'm just suffering with it. It's just my voice, I just can't say it. And The Web of Fear. I'm gonna showcase them in a random order. Don't really think which order it is, but if someone really wants me to do it this first thing, if you want me to do like The Power of the Daleks, The Evil of the Daleks, like straight away, then I'll just add it in the showcase. For in the next episode, it won't be too much of a problem. But I really hope you enjoyed the Lost episode showcase. I will see you another time. Have a good day, everybody.